Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the next video in this wedding photography crash course series. I'm Josiah Blizzard, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about marketing. Marketing is one of those things where some tactics work for some people and some tactics don't work for others. Some people might want to focus more on one thing than the other. It just depends on where you are, what your area is, how much money you want to spend on marketing, etc. And there's about a million different ways to market. So I'm only going to mention really the top three that I think you should absolutely be doing. There's other things that obviously you can be doing, and that's things like starting a YouTube channel or creating videos for your brides or writing books or news articles or getting interviewed and random stuff like that, which I think is all great, but isn't necessarily practical to somebody who's just starting out as a wedding photographer, who's trying to figure themselves out, trying to learn the ropes. They want simple marketing tactics that can easily be applied to their business. So let me talk and break this down into three very simple sections. The first one is social media. You should absolutely be on Facebook. You should be on Instagram. You should be on Pinterest. I'm not really on Twitter. If you want to get a Twitter, go for it. And Snapchat, feel free as well. I don't use Snapchat, but the main three I'm using are Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. Instagram and Facebook being the heavies. My wife handles Pinterest and will pin a lot of the blog images that we're sharing she'll pin them to Pinterest. So we've grown that to have over 21,000 monthly views, which isn't really that much in the grand scheme of things, but the fact that we're getting that many views on our page, that's awesome. We've had a few inquiries come from Pinterest just from organic reach. We don't pay for Pinterest marketing or anything like that. Facebook, we share all of our blogs to Facebook. We just want to have this organic reach as well. Let's share blogs. Let's share educational content. Let's just share some random stuff onto Facebook. And the way we do that is, let's say we blog Joe and Sarah's wedding. Joe and Sarah, random people. I just made them up. Let's say we blog their wedding. And then we want to email them and say, hey, we want you guys to do this blog contest. Are you guys interested in winning a free canvas? You guys need to share your blog post on Facebook or social media, wherever you want to share it. Send people to our website and have them comment. We went over this in a previous module, but this is something that generates a lot of buzz. They share their images. They're sharing the link to our website, and we're getting people to funnel into our site, onto our blog, and they're seeing our images. They're maybe reading about us further, and they're keeping us in the back of our minds for anybody else they know or themselves if they're getting married. So that's just one way. Another way for social media is make sure you're using hashtags on Instagram. We've garnered a few inquiries from simply hashtagging the Barn on Bridge or Philander Chase Knox Estate or Union Trust Ballroom. We're hashtagging venues. We're hashtagging venues because those are hashtags that brides are searching. They're going to be searching for the venue they're getting. Pippin Hill Farm. They're absolutely, if you're getting married at Pippin Hill Farm, then you're going to be hashtagging that. You're going to be searching for images that take place there. We're also tagging the venues in our photos on Instagram, because I know people are going to the venue page and looking at the tagged photos in the venue. They want to see what photos look like at that venue, at that location, and that is a actually viable way for them to search for wedding photographers, because they want somebody who potentially understands the layout of that place, has shot there before, is comfortable shooting at that location. So we've garnered a few inquiries just from hashtagging the venue, because that's what people are searching. The last way for social media is using paid Facebook and Instagram ads. This is a big, complex issue. I'm not going to talk about this really at all, other than saying it's something you can do, and it's something I know that people are having a lot of success with. If you're going to do this, I would suggest purchasing the course. It's this signature growth course. I don't know what it's called, from Pete and Jordan. They're awesome. I'm going to leave the link to their course below. You can go check that out. I'm in the middle of this course as well, and it's already doing wonders for my business. Maybe I'll make a video on this a little bit later down the road after I've seen a lot of success, which I'm anticipating coming from this Facebook ads course. So go check that out. That's in the link below. The second big way that you can market your wedding photography is through paid subscriptions like the Wedding Wire or The Knot. There's a few others out there. Style Me Pretty used to have their little black book. There's these subscription services you can pay for, and these companies that are essentially this encyclopedia, this phone book of wedding vendors will they'll essentially market you on their site. They'll put you on their site where people are going. We found our wedding photographer on Wedding Wire, scrolled through a bunch of pages, found her, and emailed her, and that's how we came across our wedding photographer. And we've had a lot of success with Wedding Wire. However, we're not paying for it anymore, but at the time when we were using it, it was very successful. I know a lot of people who haven't had success with Wedding Wire or The Knot. But regardless, you need to absolutely have an account with Wedding Wire or The Knot, only to collect reviews. At the very least, collect reviews on Wedding Wire or The Knot. There's a ton of brides and people who are going through those two sites and searching for their wedding photographers. So get on there. Even if you have the free account, there is still a chance somebody will find you on that site and reach out to you. And who knows, we have had a couple, John and Mallory, who booked us on Wedding Wire, and then from them we got another couple, and then from them we got 3 more couples. So we've booked probably $20,000 worth of wedding photography from one couple who found us on Wedding Wire alone. And all of, if we paid $10,000 for that, we would have doubled our money. It was absolutely worth it. So depending on where you are in your business, that might be a viable option for you. Another thing you can do is using like Too Bright Lights and getting published in publications and wedding blogs online. I don't typically do this anymore because I wasn't seeing a lot of value from this, but there are photographers I know who have gotten inquiries from being featured in magazines and other publications. So toobrightlights.com, it's $15 a month, I believe, and you can submit a lot of your detail photos, a lot of your wedding photos to the site, upload them on there, and select which publications you want to send them to. And sometimes they'll be accepted, a lot of the times they'll be rejected, and that's totally okay. Have some thick skin going into that, but it's totally worth doing. Totally worth giving a shot for a few months if you want to really get published and build up a featured list of where you've been published. So that's the second option. The third option, and what I believe to be the best option, is through vendor connection. Connect with venues, connect with vendors, connect with the people in your industry, connect with florists, connect with DJs, connect primarily though with venues. When you think about where a bride's going first, they get engaged, and then the first step on their wedding planning checklist is to book a date and venue. So if you can get plugged in with a few venues in your area that you want to shoot at, they are going to start referring brides to you. Getting on their vendor list is such a huge deal because you will see inquiry after inquiry for venues that you've shot at time and time again, and you'll be comfortable shooting there. Now, please do not email these venues and say, hey, how can I get on your venue list? That is the quickest way to not get on their venue list. Instead, I want you to reach out to them and ask them how you can provide value. How can you help them book more weddings? Do they need updated headshots? Do they need updated food shots? Do they need updated venue photos? How can you help them book more weddings? How can you serve the wedding coordinators there? Quick story. We wanted to get plugged into the venue that Steph and I were married at, the Barn on Bridge in Collegeville, Pennsylvania. Loved the venue because we got married there. We wanted to shoot there. We wanted to have our foot in the door in that venue. And so what we did, we hadn't shot any weddings there, but we wanted to get on their vendor list. So we emailed the coordinators there and said, hey, I know you guys are working so hard. You guys are just, from getting married there, you guys made the day possible for us and for numerous other couples to have the best day of their life. We know you guys work your butts off. We would love to stop by, bring you guys lunch, maybe some coffee, and just chat with you a little bit and see how we can help make your jobs easier and book more weddings for you guys. So we stopped in. They quickly emailed us back and were like, yes, we'd love to meet you. Don't worry about lunch. We would just love to have you guys come in and chat with us and get to know each other a little bit. So we went in. We found out that they actually don't like Starbucks coffee, which we almost brought, but they like Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Thank God we didn't bring them coffee. But I made a mental note. They like Dunkin' Donuts coffee over Starbucks. So we chatted with them a little bit, and we asked them at the end of the meeting if we could set up a styled shoot here, bring in a bride and groom and get a florist and just shoot some portraits around the venue because we had no work that we could show from this venue. So we did that. We shot some portraits, some detail shots at the venue, and then we made a little brochure pamphlet thing that included a get to know us section in this pamphlet, a link to our website, and then a bunch of photos that we took at the barn from this styled shoot, this fake shoot that we did. So we made a whole bunch of these little pamphlet things, dropped them off at the barn. They started shoving our names into these into their welcome packs. We were not on their wedding preferred vendor list yet, because to do that, to get on that list, I had to shoot 3 weddings there and have 3 good reviews. They couldn't actually put us on the list, but they could put our brochure and pamphlets into the welcome packs for their couples who were touring the venues. And the reason they did this was because they liked us, because we offered to provide them value instead of just asking for something. Gary Vaynerchuk, entrepreneur. If you don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, please go check out Gary V on Instagram or on YouTube. He has a lot of great content, but he wrote a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And essentially, this jab, 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 right hook translates to give, 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 ask. So you want to always give more than you're asking for. But if you can give, 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 when it comes time to ask, people will pay it forward. They'll pay it back to you in, 100-fold, right? You will get more. You will get so much back from them if you just offer and give them value. So that's my suggestion. Go out, connect with the venue, see how you can provide them with value. And back to the Dunkin' Donuts thing real quick. So I made that mental note. They like Dunkin' Donuts. Christmas came around and I actually went in and I bought a $25 gift card for both wedding planners, the wedding coordinators, and then also the marketing person, because guess who's doing the marketing for them? And guess who might share my images more if I can create a connection with the marketing person at that place. So I brought them each a $25 Dunkin' gift card. It would have been weird if I brought them Starbucks, because they don't like Starbucks as much as Dunkin' Donuts. So I made that mental note. I'm sure they remembered that they said they liked Dunkin' Donuts to us. So I brought them that for Christmas, and we've had a good relationship with them ever since, and I've shot 10 weddings there in the last 4 or 5 years. So awesome. So connect with venues, connect with vendors, and just be a real person connecting with these vendors, because they're going to refer you. And guess what? When they refer you, the brides who've already booked those venues, their vendors, the florists, the DJs, they're hearing from these real people who they already trust and have paid their money to that, hey, you got to go and check out Josiah and Steph. You got to go check out so-and-so photography, whoever they refer, whatever your photography business is, they got to go check this person out. They got to go check you out. And they're giving them their stamp of approval on you. And when that happens, people are way more likely to book you than not. So that's my suggestion, guys. Go connect with vendors, go connect with venues, get plugged into these locations, and I guarantee you that it's going to help your business miles. It's gonna advance your business faster than anything else you could possibly do. Still update social media. If you want to get on Wedding Wire or The Knot, I definitely highly suggest that you do, only for the free account at the very least, to collect reviews. And those are my suggestions, guys. Like I said, there's a ton of other ways to market your business, but those are the top 3 that I recommend. So what other ways are you guys marketing your photography business? I'd love to know in the comments below. So please connect with me there. I'd love to hear about that. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.